Thank you for your reinforcements, Lord Marth. Just what I'd expect from the Hero King. It is an honor to share your battlefield.
Please, Lucina. I did nothing to warrant such praise.
You showed up when I needed you most. It was just as the legends say. Rescuing your allies and driving back your foes in one fell swoop. Beloved not only by his comrades, but known to charm his enemies as well.
I assure you, those stories are greatly exaggerated.
That cannot be. I grew up believing in these tales. Hero King Marth was the hope for all who lived in my world. That's why I took your name and fought to spread that hope.
But you must realize, not everything is as the legends say.
Well, I guess you are a bit different from what I imagined. It said you slew a dragon, so I pictured you as a relentless warrior. But in reality, you're calm and kind, and you care for your friends. And you just... you're amazing! That's what I'm trying to say.
When you put it that way, it makes me very uncomfortable.
And so humble, too.
If you say so. If I may change the subject, why did you use my name? You would make a fine leader in your own right. I'm sure people would have rallied behind you on your own merits.
I needed a strong symbol of hope. The fell dragon seized control of my world and plunged it into despair. Your name was the only one capable of raising spirits and support. As I said, Lord Marth, your legend is hope itself.
I see. Lucina, you've been through some truly difficult battles.
I have. And I think, above all others, the person who benefited from your name, well, I think it was me. Calling myself Marth gave me the courage of the true Hero King. I'm sorry. I felt the need to apologize since we first met. Even if it was to save my future, using your name was selfish.
No apology necessary. If it was that useful, I'm more than glad. Besides, I'm certain your deeds were worthy of my name.
Thank you, Marth. You have always been a great source of strength, even now.
But looking at you here, it seems you never needed my name to begin with. Judging from your strength, you will one day give rise to your own legend.
I don't...
I must do my best as well, so I too can become the Hero King you aspire to be. There is no telling what awaits me after this. I must be ready for anything.
Since I've been given the honor of fighting alongside you, I will give everything I have to bring my skill closer to yours, even if just a little.
Let us fight with all we have, for both our futures.
Lady Sita, I finished polishing your equipment. I also took care of the fitting.
Oh, why thank you, Cordelia. I hope you know that you don't really need to do all that for me.
I do, but I can't help it. You're my idol. You're Lady Sita, the legendary Pegasus Knight.
Legendary? That's a little excessive. The only legend I've ever associated myself with is that of Prince Marth.
Don't be so modest. You soar with perfect grace. Your shadow alone inspires fear in your foes below. And your kindness has swayed even the hearts of your enemies, they say.
Now you're exaggerating, though I appreciate the compliment. You command a great deal of respect as well, Cordelia. I'd love to possess your bravery, skill in scouting, organizational abilities.
Really? It's an honor to hear you say that. Would you mind if I asked you something, Lady Sita?
Of course not. What would you like to know?
I heard this legend. It was about 3 Pegasus Knights, sisters. It said they could join forces and perform a powerful special attack. Would you happen to know of them by chance? I believe they lived in your time.
Are you speaking of the White Wings of Macedon's Pegasus Knights?
So they do exist! I've wanted to learn their technique ever since I heard the legends.
I've seen them use the maneuver you're talking about, but I'm sorry to tell you, I never learned it myself.
Oh, so you probably wouldn't be able to teach it to me then. Unless... well, you have seen it, right? Maybe you could recreate it.
Maybe. However, you need 3 people to perform the move, like the sisters.
You, Lady Hinoka, and I are all Pegasus Knights. We could do it. We'd simply need to learn how to harmonize our movements. Don't you think it would be worthwhile to at least give it a try?
I suppose. I guess I never really considered it before. But why not? I think our bonds are strong enough to make it work. I must say, your passion is infectious, Cordelia. Let's find Lady Hinoka and get started right away.
Really? I can't believe that I get to learn this move alongside my idol. If we do manage to pull it off, it'll be like achieving 2 lifelong dreams at once.
Your dragon form is a real thing of beauty, Tiki.
Thanks. Yours is pretty cool too. It's kind of cute.
That's the first time I've heard that. But I guess it's a fair compliment. Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm so glad there's another dragon here with me.
Your dragon form is a lot stronger than mine, though.
Well, you're strong even as a human. I'm pretty jealous of that. I'm kind of useless without my dragon stone. I need Mama and the others to protect me when I'm like this.
You have a point. I haven't seen you using weapons or magic. But you're still just a child, so they can't expect that much of you.
Hey, don't call me a child. You know I'm older than you are.
Sorry, I guess I forgot.
I wonder, do you think you'll age like other humans?
That's how things have been going so far.
Ugh, I'm so jealous of that too.
Well, I'm envious of how long you've lived.
Why is that? Every friend I make, they'll die way before I do.
That may be the case. But if you hadn't lived for this long, you and I would have never met. You may say goodbye to a lot of people, but you also meet so many.
Yeah. The only reason I met Mama was because I've lived so long. And you, of course. I'm glad to have met you too.
That's my point exactly. If it weren't for our differences, things may not have worked out this way.
I'll do my best to treasure the moments I do have with my friends.
That's a great outlook. You really are a clever girl.
Hey, you're treating me like a kid again.
Oh, I can't help it. You're just so cute in this form. It's easy to think of you as a little sister.
Do you think we look alike or something?
Not really. But if I've learned one thing, it's that blood ties mean nothing. I consider you as important as any of my siblings.
So that means we can be friends from now on, right?
Of course. Anytime you want to talk, just come to me.
Princess Minerva, allow me to thank you for covering Sakura during the last battle.
Of course. You really are always thinking of your siblings, aren't you, Ryoma?
A brother ought to look after his younger sister, correct? Do you have siblings?
An older brother and a younger sister. But my brother Michaelis is nothing like you. He killed our father and allowed an enemy kingdom to take our sister hostage.
How could... Might there have been some reason for him to do such a thing?
I believe they were simply decisions made in the interest of defending our kingdom. But I refuse to accept what he did. There must have been some other way. So I left his side and chose to stand against my own kingdom.
I see. I understand why you would feel so cold toward him. But I wonder whether he truly is an immoral person. It's not always easy for someone to play the role of both prince and older brother. If he had to put being a prince ahead of being a brother, then surely it tore at him.
Are you suggesting I should not blame him?
No. I cannot say you ought to simply accept his actions. I trust your judgment. But I know, as a brother and a prince, war is never simple.
I am happy to hear I have your trust.
And I hope you can trust me when I say you should confront your brother. If you intend to fight him, you must share your true feelings while you can.
You think I should explain myself to Michaelis?
I do. You are a princess who chose to go against the kingdom of her birth. But your motivation for doing so was to save your homeland and people, right?
Yes. Protecting Macedon is the reason I fight at all.
If you both have your kingdom at heart, your words may have some effect. And they would be words coming from his sister. If you speak, he may listen.
It's possible. Next time I see him, I will do as you say. I will tell him what I believe. At least then I will be free of regrets. Even if it ends in battle.
I'm glad you understand. Thank you for being open to my thoughts.
It is I who should be thanking you. I've been consumed by this for so long. It's been helpful to get the perspective of a great prince and model brother.
I'm not so great as all that. But now that you have declared me so, I must play the part as well as I can.
You are great. And I wouldn't mind speaking with you again, if you're willing.
Yes. And perhaps you could share with me the perspective of a younger sister,
I would be glad to. Let's plan on it. Sooner rather than later.
Gravity incarnate, binder of all things, I release your curse.
Lord Leo, what are you doing there with Brynhild?
Hello, Lind. I was just practicing. Are you interested in Brynhild?
Of course. I've heard stories about a tome only wielded by Norian royalty.
And I'm intrigued by your tome. Aura, right? It may be similarly restricted. I know. If you don't mind, would you consider trading tomes?
To try each other's magic? I'm not sure if you can use mine, though.
Maybe my being from another world will get around it. Only one way to find out. Would it be alright if I test out Aura first?
Sure. Let's see what happens.
Blast! It doesn't respond to me at all. Is there something I need to focus on?
Well, become one with the light? If you unify with Aura, its power is open to you.
One with the light? I'd always regarded light as magic, not as a thing itself.
No, you must embrace and ascend into the light. Once you're filled with its power, you release it. That's the trick.
I see. I think. So in other words, it's impossible for me to use Aura. I need more knowledge of light magic. Beyond any magical restriction, your tome demands great ability to wield it. You have a keen affinity for light magic. It's no wonder your father left you this.
Oh my! Such words from a mage of your high caliber. Lord Leo, I'm speechless.
Well, pull yourself together, Lind, and then give Brynhild a try.
Yes, sir! Gravity incarnate, binder of all things, I release your curse. Nothing? Really?
Indeed. The words alone are not all there is, you see. You call on the vitality of the planet and drive it to, say, ripen tomatoes.
Ripen tomatoes. While appetizing, it's hard to imagine making that happen. Is it like sending your power to the plants to make them bear fruit?
It's not just your power you use. You channel that of the earth. And if you add your own magic to that, you can increase the effect. Gravity incarnate, binder of all things, I release your curse. Your power is mine! Or, well, something like that. Get it?
Sorry, it may be too difficult for me. Brynhild's power is so profound. Even if I could get the basics figured out, I could never master it as you have. Such difficult magic at your command. You're a genius, Lord Leo. And your grasp of battle strategy is without equal.
You're a fantastic asset to the army yourself, Lind. And not just as a powerful mage, though I believe your skills compare to my own.
It makes me happy to hear you say that. Let's keep working hard as mages so that we can be useful to everyone.
We can overcome any hardship with the combined power of our magic.
I've been searching for you, Scarlet Sword! It is I, the Dark Swordsman!
Why are you here?
I've longed for the chance to extinguish your flame with my abyssal darkness.
What are you talking about?
You need not hide from me, Scarlet Sword, for I know your true self. But let us speak not with words, and instead with the clashing of our blades!
One more syllable from you and I'll see that it's your last.
Better men than you have tried to silence my prose, but you'll... Huh? The bloodlust. My sword is... Wait! Attend me, my blade! Heed your master!
This is embarrassing.
The secret of my dark blade? It houses the power of gods of old. Its power is so immense, no mere mortal can fully control it. It refuses to fight. Would that I could shred you to ribbons, but my blade simply will not allow it.
Your sword is fine. The only question is, Will you die with it drawn or sheathed?
Yikes. It looks like Navarre's bloodlust might be the real deal. I think I'm in over my head.
If you won't make the first move, I will.
Whoa, hey, wait, okay, just hear me out. The whole thing about Owain, Dark Swordsman, it was just a show, see? Okay, so I'll just be on my way.
Wait.
Yes, sir.
Draw your sword. Prepare to die.
You're serious? Okay, let's go. Ah! 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 That was a close one. Oh, I'm done for.
You're a fool, Owain, but a powerful one. Stop wasting your time and hone your skills. Next time, I won't be holding back.
Huh? I mean, ha! I see you finally realize my true power. You're pretty good yourself, Scarlet Sword. But next time, I won't pull... Just kidding. No need to draw that sword.
That's it. I'm killing you anyway.
No! I'm sorry! I'll stop bothering you!
Great job out there. Are you unharmed?
Yes, I'm fine. What about you?
I'm all right. I'm on my Pegasus for most of the battle, so I don't tire so easily. Huh? What is it?
Nothing. I was just thinking that you're pretty easy to talk to, for a princess.
Do I not seem very princessly? Well, my kingdom is a small one, and fairly young.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. You're just friendlier than I thought you'd be. But you mentioned your kingdom. What's it like?
I'm glad you're interested. My kingdom is called Talus. It's one of 7 kingdoms, and it's on an island east of the Archanean continent.
7 kingdoms? And Marth was a prince of Altea?
That's right. Altea was a prosperous kingdom and an ally to Talus. Thanks to that alliance, Marth had a place to escape to when he needed it.
Escape? Why? Did something happen to Altea?
It was conquered in a devastating war. We offered Marth shelter for a time, but in the end, it was he who protected us. Talus was attacked by pirates, and Marth led his knights of Altea to fight back. That is why I offered my support when he raised troops and journeyed out.
Wow, you guys have been through a lot together, haven't you? I'm kind of jealous. My adventuring partner has always just been my brother.
But you two help each other all the time, the way all good siblings would.
But it's totally different from what you two have. We're always fighting. My brother isn't nearly as perceptive as Marth.
Perhaps you only see it that way because your bond allows for complete honesty. In truth, Marth and I have not yet reached that kind of bond.
Oh, so you haven't told Marth how you really feel about him?
I have not. I guess I thought feelings so strong would be obvious.
You'd think, but what would it hurt to be completely honest with him? If you think it works for my brother and me, it should work for you two, right?
Yes, I think you're right. I just need to act honestly. Thank you for the advice. What are you laughing about now?
I'm just surprised, I guess. I've never really had someone to talk to like this.
In that case, can I come to you for advice again?
Of course. I'd be happy to talk about whatever you want.
Whoa! So you're saying you were asleep for 1,000 years? Yep, that's right. You must have been so well rested. I always wake up during the night. It actually wasn't that great. I was trapped in a nightmare. I was all by myself. It was lonely. 1,000-year nightmare? That does sound rough. If I was around, I would have curled up beside you to keep you company. Hey, let's bunk together from now on, so if you have a nightmare, I'll be right there. I think I would enjoy that, but what? Someday, we'll have to say goodbye. Becoming friends will make going back to separate worlds that much harder. Just the thought of not being able to see you anymore is bad enough. We'll see each other again, Tiki.
I know because something similar happened to me before. I used to sneak out of the castle and meet up with my friend Effie. I got in big trouble when the royal guards found out. I couldn't go into town anymore, and Effie couldn't come to the castle. We had to stop seeing each other just as the two of us had become friends.
Being forced apart like that must have been hard.
It was super tough. But just as I was hoping to see her the most, she returned. Effie had become a royal guard so she could see me. She said it took a crazy amount of training. She had to run up rivers against the stream and lift rocks under waterfalls.
That's amazing. She must have really missed you. If we get separated, I'll do whatever I can to bring us back together. I'll see you again, even if I must cleave through mountains and jump through fire.
And I'll do everything I can to see you again, too. No matter how long it takes, and no matter what gets in my way.
I'll wait for you as long as I can, even if it's another 1,000 years.
But if we can't see each other again, we'll still be friends. Whenever we get lonely, we can just think of each other and be together.
I'll think of you all the time, Elise.
So don't be afraid of separating, because you'll be okay no matter what.
You got it. But for now, we can still bunk together, right?
Of course. If you have a nightmare, I'll curl up beside you.
Thank you, Elise. I'm gonna sleep great tonight. I just know it.